All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Assumption High School here in Wisconsin Rapids. It is your Next Step Prosthetics pregame show. Next Step Prosthetics has been providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. It is Merriwood crossover night here in Wisconsin. It's the boys hitting the floor first. Rib Lake coming in at 0-1. Assumption at 2-2, winners of their last two games. Logan Nystrom, the big story, the last two games. But we had an opportunity to talk to Chase Lieberg after their last game, career high, 17 points. It is getting the job done by committee for Assumption the last couple games.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, tonight Assumption will be without their kind of leading scorer, JT Schlafer, still out. So, again, it's next man up mentality for Assumption. They're getting great contributions, not only out of Logan, as you mentioned, and Chase, but a lot of defensive contributions, rebounding out of Ron Board, and really a nice ball player to watch, number 21 for the Assumption Royals. Trey France has done a lot of very good things early on in the season.
The Rib Lake Redmen coming off just one game so far this year. They got beat by a very, very good, which it looks like one of the best teams around Marathon. Marathon, a couple of very impressive wins already this year against Regis and a Rib Lake team that has a lot of high hopes, a lot of high expectations with Coach Henderson at the helm.
Always interesting to be this deep in the season, Steve, and only have one ball game, and obviously they lost one due to the weather constraints, and they've got a big one coming up after this with Prentice. So I know Rib Lake is considered to be one of the better teams in the area, very long. This was an instant classic last year. I believe Rib Lake won it on a last-second buzzer at Rib Lake shot. So expecting a heck of a ball game tonight in game one.
And Rib Lake making the trip down here again. It is crossover night throughout the entire Merriwood. Shawamigan comes down to Auburndale. Prentice is in Marathon tonight. Phillips is at Newman Catholic. What other one we got? Abbotsford is at Stratford. So, I mean, we got them all, right? 5 teams? How many teams are in the conference?
Yep, everyone's got the crossover tonight. And the other one that I think is on the network that I think that people should be real intrigued to check out is I think the Marshfield Rapids girls matchup is a really even matchup. I'm curious to see on how that plays out. And then, of course, tonight at 8, you've got the Marshfield and Lincoln boys in a boys-girls doubleheader, and that's always an electric gym. I've had an opportunity to officiate that ball game a couple times, and that's a game that definitely means something to those schools.
18 games on the network tonight. We'll go through them all here after Phil Hartley gives us our invocation, see if we're actually going to sing or Pledge of Allegiance tonight. We'll hear from our friends at Next Step and then come back with our national anthem. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shy and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Our very own Royals from Assumption High School. Everyone, please rise for the prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Thank you for the opportunity to compete and bring out the best in each other. Please keep everyone safe from injury, harm, and disrespect. For our athletes, coaches, fans, and officials, give each of us the charity, humility, and courage to play, coach, cheer, and referee in a manner which is pleasing you, giving our absolute best for your glory and honor. Saint Michael the Archangel, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing and join in the singing of our national anthem.
All right, starting lineups now here on Zaleski Sports in our Next Step Prosthetics pregame show. For the Rib Lake Redmen, they'll go number 1, Seth Borkart, Talon Scheiktower, Jed Henderson, Blake Henderson, and Ethan Cook. For the Rib Lake Redmen,
Sophomore number 4, Blake Henderson.
head coached by Todd Henderson and company here in 2025. Rib Lake, I just went through my mind while we were doing our pregame show. Rib Lake, a excellent team back in 2020. They had just beaten Pittsville in the sectional semifinal when everything got shut down. We had a chance at a couple of local teams going to state that year with the Stratford boys and the Rib Lake boys. But obviously things happen, but I'm sure Coach Henderson hoping for a pretty successful season this year. Just one game in the books so far for the Redmen. As again, as Paul mentioned, weather took away a game on Tuesday for much of the state, and we are ready to go. Assumption, Trey France are on board, Braden Peters, Chase Sleeberg, and Logan Nystrom.
You know, Steve, you had made mention about the 2020 season. The Rona Feeds remains undefeated, never lost, which is interesting. Also, a shout-out to the combined choirs of Pittsville and Port Edwards for the outstanding rendition tonight of the national anthem. That was very, very impressive.
Speaking of that, don't let me forget Port Edwards and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, what those two schools got to do last Sunday. Rib Lake starts with it right to left. Black tops, black bottoms, maroon belts, and yellow trim for the Redmen. Kicks out, three-pointer to start. It is good for Talon Scheiktower, and the Redmen strike first.
Really a nice-looking shot. Inside-out basketball, patient, and then knocked down the open look.
Ron Board on the right side, back over to France on the left wing.
Minor celebrity as Kendall Dillman steps in the house tonight.
Back over to Nystrom. Lieberg, free throw line. Hands off to Ron Board. Good defense so far for Scheiktower, not letting Logan get much of a touch. France fumbles it, resets. A minute gone by first half.
Good patient offense by the Assumption Royals. I think that you're going to go ahead and see that a lot from them tonight. Try to go ahead and lower the number of possessions, keep themselves in this ball game. Work for a good one.
Trey France, a nice take to the basket. A little wild rebound taken by the Redmen. Quickly up ahead for Rib Lake. Ethan Cook, number 5. Good ball movement, quick ball movement. Borkart down low. Cook, right hand up and in.
Nice to see Blake Henderson, a big, be able to go ahead and handle the ball. We'll take a look at it. So Coach Pultz takes an immediate timeout as they're down 5-0, 16:40 to go here in the first half.
You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Back to Assumption High School. Rib Lake quickly ahead 5-0. First time out taken by the Royals. Trey France on the left wing. Ron Board at the free throw line. Extended out to the top of the key. France back with it. Man-to-man strong defense for Rib Lake so far. Nystrom at the free throw line. Again, good defense there by Talon Scheiktower.
Little different approach that we've seen that some teams take with Logan compared to what we've seen with a few of the other different teams. As there's a traveling violation on Ron Board, maybe a slick spot on the floor. Again, floor looks outstanding tonight. It was actually just washed and repolished, if you will, by the Assumption janitorial staff. We appreciate them very much. It's shining like a diamond, but perhaps a little too slick in some spots.
Seth Borkart across the timeline for the Redmen. Again, 0-1 on the season. Lost to Marathon and out of bounds to Assumption. You had mentioned the co-op of the choir singing our national anthem tonight. Port Edwards and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln marching bands actually got to go to Honolulu this last weekend and march in the Pearl Harbor Day parade. So
very cool experience.
Yeah, so they got to go over there and be part of the Pearl Harbor Day ceremonial parade, and yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah, love everything about that. Never been to Hawaii. Have you ever been over there, Steve?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't so gosh darn expensive, because I would go there again in a heartbeat. Braden Peters heading to the Surf Pro free throw line. Call Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never even happened.
So did you get a chance to go to the Big Island, Pearl Harbor, when you were there?
We did go to Pearl Harbor. The first time we went to Oahu and got to do all the touristy stuff. Pearl Harbor, went to the Polynesian Cultural Center, and got to go up to the North Shore and see the massive waves that they surf on, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Interesting story. Do you know how Oahu got its name?
You're going to tell me.
Yep, you get off of the plane and you go, wahoo, we're in Hawaii. So it's how people have gotten that name. So anyway, Brandon Peters goes and knocks him down, making it 5-2. Assumption on the board, 15-22. Thank you for joining us here on Zaleski Sports.
Thank you if you want to be here or not. We thank you for being here. Shy Tower with it at the free throw line. Back out, left-handed three is back rim, no good. Rebounded by Shy Tower again for the Redmen. Back with it is Henderson. There's a three for Jed, back rim, and board flies high for the rebound.
So that's the third really good wide open look Rib Lake has gotten from three. You can see Coach Boltz's strategies. They're going to pack it in and go ahead and see if Rib Lake can beat him with that outside shot.
Trey France with it on the left side, 5-2 Redmond. Lieberg on the left block, hands off to Board at the free throw line. Peters dribbles, resets for the Royals. Back for Board at the top of the key.
So again, with this good patient offense, Assumption really trying to go ahead and not only shorten the game with the number of possessions, but in general, Rib Lake is doing a terrific job so far guarding Logan Nystrom, even on the switch there. So you're going to need some other team member to really be able to step up, especially with the absence of JT Schlafer. That's where you're looking for another big performance out of perhaps Chase Lieberg or out of France, or perhaps Coach Fultz can find a spark off the bench.
Logan Nystrom stepped out of bounds on his jab steps here down to our right. Shy Tower with it. Talent, outstanding all-around athlete for Rib Lake. Really good baseball player. Shy Tower open again. Good-looking three is short. And a rebound taken by Blake Henderson for two.
One of the things, I'm sure you can see it on film, but if you've not seen Rib Lake live and in person, they have incredible length on the floor at this particular spot. Good athletes all the way around, but incredible length. Nice little baseline cut, pass to France. Unfortunately, he cannot finish. Ron Board with another hustle play rebound, but taken away.
Taken away by Jed Henderson. And good hustle all around, both sides. Borkard with it, swings it around to Cook. Ethan over to Shy Tower in the left corner. Down low to Henderson, taken away by Ron Board. Good defense there by Ron. Lieberg up ahead to France, and Trey lays it in.
Nice breakaway. We'll take the transition points if you're the Royals. 7-4, Rib Lake with the lead. 13-17 remaining here in the first half.
Blake Henderson on the right side. Back over to Jed. Ethan Cook back over to Shy Tower on the left side. Cook at the free throw line all the way to the basket, left hand for Ethan Cook. He's got four, and back to a 9-4 lead.
Boy, that lane opened up, and Cook did a really nice job not only attacking with his left hand, but very controlled. Sometimes you see a player get sped up when he sees that opening lane. Nice, impressive look by Cook.
Pick and roll, Ron Board against Henderson. Goes baseline, finds Trey France, and out of bounds was Seth Borkart. Solaris is your hometown fiber internet provider. Just like our athletes bring their best to the field or to the court, we bring our best to your home with lightning fast, reliable fiber internet that never quits. Stream, game, and connect without missing a beat. Get connected, stay connected at Solaris.net.
Into the game for Rib Lake, Josiah Mann. Into the game for Assumption, number 20.
Colin Thomas.
Yep.
Lieberg to inbound. Trey France on the block. And he's going to go to the line for two. Had him right away, and that's what Coach Baltz is barking at, that had Trey right away.
Trey, fortunate, he was pretty wide on the screen, fortunate to not get called for the illegal, but when he came off of it, wide open on the backside, pass found him there. We'll see if he can knock down two free throws.
Trey's first one is good. At the Surf Pro free throw line, 9-5 Rib Lake. Again, all the crossover games tonight start with the boys at 5:30, the girls at about 7:15. France goes 2 for 2, back to a 3-point deficit.
The early timeout by Coach Pultz, I think, was really well spent. You can see Assumption's energy post that timeout has been significantly better.
Josiah Mann with it at the free throw line. Swings over to Shytower on the right side. Borkhardt, there's Cook. Good ball movement for the Redmen. Still looking, there's Henderson against Leeberg. Finds Josiah Mann on the baseline, fades and finishes for 2.
Doing a really nice job of working that short corner to short corner, getting below the zone. Once they get that touch, then going ahead and coming up and taking it. So many times that bottom 4 feet is not utilized, Steve. That's pretty impressive.
Trey gets called for the travel. Ron Board returns for Assumption. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park and Zoo. Open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. Started on Black Friday all the way through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. Pull up Jay for Borkhardt, rebounded by Nystrom. Quickly up ahead to Leeberg. Chase puts his head down, floats on the baseline, and finishes.
Good, another transition bucket. That's 4 of the 8 points have been scored in transition for the Royals.
Good hands there by Cullen Thomas, and then the official here on the near side blew his whistle, and they're going to give Cullen a foul.
He had the initial deflection, ball was on the ground, just reached across his arm to go ahead and get him there to get it there. Good hustle by Cullen Thomas.
Blake Henderson back in. Borkhardt with it now. Back over to Henderson. The corner for Josiah Mann. Josiah all the way to the basket, gets bumped and still finishes. 4 off the bench for Josiah.
13-8 back to a 5-point lead, 11:20 to go.
Schill back out to Leeberg. Chase puts his head down, hands off to Cullen Thomas, and kicked out of bounds by Blake Henderson. Let Carrie Van with State Farm be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. There's Nystrom at the top of the key against Talon Shytower. Hands off to Board. Ron puts his head down, jump stop. Rebounded by Peters. Braden out to Thomas in the corner. Cullen goes baseline and throws it away. Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, and your dreams? Your modern Woodman of America representative can help you plan for all your stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Scott Patrick at 715-424-1873 to start the conversation. Shytower dribbles through the double team. Henderson gets cut off on the baseline, back out to Shytower. Jed Henderson, Blake, baseline for Borkhardt. Shytower gets fouled on the baseline, and Talon will head to the line for 2.
Good strong move, lowered his shoulder, took a good controlled dribble, and then once he got him pinned deep, decided to go ahead and finish through the defender.
Some other scores here around the Zaleski Sports Network early. It's Marathon 20, Prentice 16. About 7.5 to go in the first half up in Marathon. It is Abbotsford 6, Stratford 3. They're about 12 minutes to go in the first half there. Newman Catholic with a 16-9 lead over Phillips. And Wild Rose and Pacelli girls have not yet started. Shytower goes 2 for 2 from line. He's got 5 here in the first. It's up to a 15-8 lead. Yeah, another turnover on the Assumption Royals. Find great deals on tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service, up to $175 off. Now through December 18th. There's no better time for new tires from Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
Get your car done right. Always think of that commercial.
Assumption in a messy zone right now, trying to figure things out.
Interesting. So they've almost gone to, that's almost a modified 1-3-1. Wanted to get a little trap, but really extended it high.
Chase Lieberg on the right side. Nystrom near midcourt with 9:40 to go here in the first half. Board, back out to France. Trey goes to the basket off his leg. No, off of Rib Lake and out of bounds to Assumption.
I think that was Scheitauer that got a hand on that to knock that out of bounds.
He's everywhere. He is one heck of an athlete. Trey France with it. The left elbow out to Peters. Appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight. Again, a boys-girls doubleheader. Nystrom for three, short, trim the front rim, and a foul is going to be called on Jed Henderson of Rib Lake.
So that's a little bit of a frustration shot. Logan not necessarily finding a whole lot of space, tried to come off of a stagger, caught himself a little bit deep, fading away. Again, it's a look you definitely want him to go ahead and have, but it still felt a little forced.
Ron Board on the left block, out to Braden Peters. Braden out to Trey France and threw it away, and back to the Redmen it goes. For all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. You'll find advanced, comprehensive orthopedic care and specialized medical feedback on any injury. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Henderson with it. Blake out to Scheitauer. Jed at the right elbow. Back out to Blake in the corner for Ty Nemi, number 13, newly into the game.
We saw this from Assumption at the end of the year last year.
There's a three-pointer for Scheitauer, splashes it home, and he's got 8, and it's a 10-point lead.
That 1-3-1 look was something that they played pretty exclusively down the stretch. But if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time we've seen it this season from them, Steve.
In the 3+ games that I've done, that is correct. Peters with it. Got Scheitauer absolutely suffocating defense. Chase Lieberg on the right wing. Back out to Peters, looking for France on the block, and taken away by Blake Henderson. Good quick hands there from Blake.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's been active in the open floor, and to your point, he's got excellent hands all the way across the way.
Blake, just a sophomore. There's a three from Nemi off the mark, rebounded by Josiah Mann. Down to the big sophomore. Back out, Scheitauer. Back out, Scheitauer resets. There's a three-pointer for Josiah Mann, front rim, rebounded by Peters for Assumption. Chase Lieberg, transition three, too strong, hits the wire and out of bounds. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up for a free consultation today. 7:42 to go here in the first half, 18-8. Rib Lake.
You know the best time of the day to go see Bruce Orthodontics?
When's that?
Tooth hurty.
Cook lost it, regains it, and throws it out of bounds.
Good hustle play by the Royals. Again, I like the look that they've gone to the zone with the 1-3-1. They've compacted it down, so they've been able to control the post, forcing the outside shot. Rib Lake has not controlled the basketball on it. The problem with it is for Assumption is they've not been able to score. So 18-8, 7:24 to go here in the first half.
Siler Schill out to Cullen Thomas. Trey France at the top of the key, hands off to Logan Nystrom. Nystrom all the way to the basket for the first time. Lost it, fumbled it, and threw it up there. Rebound taken by the Redmen. Right side for Borkhardt. Back over to Cook. There's Nemi. Henderson just right of the circle. Back over to Nemi. Well beyond the three-point line against Trey France. Ethan Cook cutting to the basket. Finds Scheitauer on the right block. Tries to hand it off to Nemi. Lost it. Still loose and off of France and out of bounds.
Good hustle play by Nemi.
Assumption back in action next week. They'll head to Stratford before hosting Marathon next Friday. Then they go to Edgar and so they've got 3 games after this. All conference games before the Christmas break, and they'll take on Rothschild at the Hurt Arena at 2:30 on the 30th of December.
Good hustle there. Nice play to control and not travel the basketball by Thomas.
Nystrom hands off to Schill. Back out to Thomas. Trey France, top of the key. Hands off to Nystrom.
Close to a travel.
Yeah. Back out, Chase Lieberg. 6:12 to go here in the first half. There's Thomas. Cullen for 3 in the corner. Airballs it. Rebound taken by Blake Henderson. Borkhardt regains it. Back out to Shytower. Down low to Jed Henderson on the right block. Puts his shoulder down. Rebound taken by Trey France.
Really nice play by Schill and Trey France to really not only challenge that shot, but to push him outside of the block into a tough angle on that. Well done by the Royals defense.
France hands it back out to Nystrom with 5:40 to go. Schill, Lieberg, asking for a post up and gets it down to Schill. Out of the post area, there's Thomas. Hands off to Nystrom. Back out to Cullen Thomas. Gets a screen from Trey France. And taken away. Here we Jed Henderson wanted it. He was counting the steps and then lost it, but lays it in.
20-8, 12-point lead. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Rib Lake leading the Assumption Royals.
Lieberg goes baseline. Blocking foul, and Chase will head to the Surf Pro free throw line for 2. Bang, bang play there, and they're just making sure that Jed is okay, or that Ethan Cook is okay, and make sure they get the correct number as well.
I like the drive, the attack to the basket for Chase Lieberg, opportunity to get himself to the free throw line. Again, I think the defender was moving, from an established perspective standpoint. One of the best crews in the area, in terms of the 3 on the floor, Tim Steggy, Lance Lewis, and Chris Hendrickson tonight. So really a nice call there. See if Lieberg can get to the line, get himself his first points of the night.
Lieberg 3-6 here on the rim and out.
Actually, I lied to you. He's got 2, looking for his 3rd. Coming off a 17-point performance, though, on Tuesday night against the Tri-County Penguins.
One of the best mascots in the state. Lieberg 0 for 2 from the line. Tipped out by Board, rebounded by Borkhardt. Wisconsin is very fortunate with a lot of pretty cool school nicknames / mascots. Down low to Josiah Mann, out to Henderson. Jed all the way to the basket, the hoop, and the harm for Jed Henderson. He's got 4, looking for 5.
What I like about Jed Henderson, he's a left-handed player, drove to the basket left-handed, but then went up with it and finished powerfully with his right hand, extending it to a 22-8 lead.
Talk about those mascots as he hits front rim, rolls it in. Penguins, polar bears.
I like the Galloping Ghost personally. Yeah. I'm a big fan. That's a combination of a horse ghost. It's a Galloping Ghost.
Yeah, and one of the best rivalries in the state, at least on the football side. You got the Galloping Ghosts against the Phantoms every year from West to Pier. So it's the graveyard rivalry.
I know that some people like the Space Ponies, but I'm a nah.
Foul on the floor is going to be called on Assumption. Yeah, I mean, up north, you got the Ordockers from Ashland.
The Midgets of Butternut.
Yep.
Named after Charles the Midget Fisher, the Olympic wrestler.
Really?
Yep. So it's interesting. So you had the Hurley Midgets at one point, which was named after the first people to go into a mine.
The miners, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of where it goes. So now Hurley is no longer the Midgets, they're the miners, but that's where that came from. But the Butternut Midgets are named after an Olympic wrestler, Charles the Midget Fisher. I only know that because he's the second most famous athlete from Butternut that's ever come out of there. Of course, it's Steph Ernst, now Steph Polachek, the coach of the Schwamgen Eagles, would be the most famous, of course. So.
Not Paul Jaglinski, huh?
Well, maybe. It's I'm not sure. There may or may not be a plaque. I cannot confirm or deny. So, anyway, with that in mind, 23-8. Sorry for all of you at home. You only have to endure with me for about another 4 minutes, and then at that point, he'll have more for Steve. As Logan Nystrom gets to the basket, scoring his first bucket, cutting it back to a 13-point game with 3:50 to go here in the first half.
Henderson back with it again, top of the key. Puts set down, left block. Kicks it out to Blake. Over to Shytower on the right side. Hand down, man down, left short. But rebounded by France. Logan Nystrom brings it up the court on the right side. Looking for a screen from Board. Uses it. Out to Ron. Lost it over to Cullen Thomas on the right elbow. Lieberg, left wing. Back over to Ron, or Board with the screen. 15-foot pull-up jumper for Lieberg is no good. Lost control of it, did Henderson. Thomas throws it away and into the hands of Logan Nystrom.
Great hustle play by Colin Thomas to extend the possession for the Royals.
Nystrom gets bodied on the baseline, and they play through. Up ahead, tipped by Board, and rebounded by Thomas. Cullen hands off to Ron Board, out to Logan Nystrom. Transition
that.
Three,
Ooh.
too strong. Rebound taken by Talon Scheitauer and fouled by Cullen Thomas. That'll be Cullen's third of the half.
Logan's eyes got to be about 12 inches wide by about 12 inches tall. He was eyeing that corner three the second they came across half court. Unfortunately, was unable to knock it down. But a nice play once again. Hustle plays all year long by Ron Board and Cullen Thomas.
Timeout taken by Rib Lake. We'll step aside. 2:50 to go. 23-10 Redmond. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
2:50 to go here in the first half. Part of a boys-girls doubleheader. Marewood crossover night here, as it typically is on Fridays early on in the season. Then after New Year's, they'll get back into it. 23-10 in favor of Rib Lake. Right side for Talon Scheitauer. Appreciate everyone tuning in online as well. Great crowd here in Wisconsin Rapids tonight. Great crowd watching online. And appreciate all of our friends up in Rib Lake tuning in tonight as well.
I like the change to the crossover. It used to be you'd play the end of the year crossover championship game. You'd always play that in Abbotsford if you were the first or second seed.
There's a three-pointer is off the rim, rebounded by Trey France.
But I'm a big fan now of getting a chance to play everybody once during the season. I think that's a good change for the conference.
Right side for Trey France. Down low to Ron Board on the block. Chase Lieberg wide open three off the mark. Good hustle there, taken by Ethan Cook. Something I didn't know about Rib Lake is that reverse layup there for Borkhardt is good. Is that Rib Lake getting a new gym?
Yes, I was just going to say, so I was literally just, we were like in Simpatico. I was going to ask you, is the new gym open yet, or is it the referendum just passed and they're going to start to build it?
I think they're in the process of building. From what I found online, that passed in 2014, and they're currently in the process of building it. Their fitness center just opened up. Ron Board with a great move up and in.
Well, you win a volleyball state championship, they build you a new gym. I think that's the rules.
Yeah, how awesome is that?
Scheitauer quickly down the other direction. Unfortunately, got in front of the Royals, drew the foul.
And what a great year. What a great story for the Rib Lake girls volleyball team. Made it down and over to Green Bay and won a state championship for Rib Lake. I think just the second one in school history. There was a previous boys cross country team, but yeah, congratulations to the Rib Lake girls, no doubt about it.
Actually, the Rib Lake boys cross country team was also at state cross country this year as well, so an
really?
exceptional crop of athletes coming through.
Brayden Peters with it across the timeline with 1:15 to go. Down low to France on the left block.
The two missed free throws.
Trey France, the up and under reverse.
Two missed free throws go ahead and can act as a turnover there. Assumption cuts it to 11, 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. See if they can get it back in single digits here prior to the halftime.
Scheitauer puts his head down, and Talon will head back to the free throw line for two. Great crowd watching online. Thank you all once again. Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids is ready to construct your dreams. If you can dream it, Wirtz & Company will make it come true. Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids at 715-213-1281 and Wirtz & Company on Facebook. 3
straight missed free throws for Scheitauer. Normally, you saw the three-point shot, a really good-looking stroke there in terms of where it goes. So, again, a fortuitous bounce or a fortunate break for Assumption. We'll see if you can go ahead and take a look at it to extend the lead back to 12. Under a minute to go here in the first half, Steve.
And rolls that one in. 3 for 6 here in the first half for Talon from the free throw line.
That's almost 50% if I'm not mistaken.
I was told math would not be involved until halftime. There's Lieberg on the right side. Out to Board on the right wing. Back out to Chase Lieberg with 40 seconds to go. Lieberg puts his head down, left hand scoop and score.
Back to a 10-point lead. If you're Coach Paltz, I think you really got to be happy with that, considering that Nystrom only really has 2. A lot of the other players stepping up, 26-16. We'll see if Red Lakes works it for 1 or if they continue to run their offense as normal.
Hightower hands it off and lost it into the hands of Logan Nystrom with 20 seconds to go. And Coach Paltz will use his second timeout. Full timeout, we'll step aside. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Win for you and your school with the Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. News Channel 7 Winter Wonders Coloring Contest. Kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Get the details and submit your entry at SherrillTireColoringContest.com. The Sherrill Tire and Auto Service Winter Wonders Coloring Contest is how kids 10 and under could win up to $500 for your school and a gift card for you. Show us your winter wonders with Sherrill Tire and Auto Service and News Channel 7.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MaidaCustom.com.
Welcome back to Assumption High School as we close in on the end of the first half. A couple of score updates. Marathon up, 38-28 against Prentice at halftime. Newman Catholic all over Phillips on the boys' side by 22. Stratford up 21-18 on Abbotsford with 1 minute to go over there.
Be interesting to see what Coach Paltz draws up here as he brings Chase Lieberg across the board, across half court. Rib Lake showing a zone, trying to go ahead and give a little different look for Nystrom, who's going to come up through an elevator.
Good hands again there by Henderson. And now Coach Henderson will take a timeout with 5 seconds to go. We'll keep it here, taking a look at our other games coming up on Zaleski Sports. But again, came out in that zone and created havoc.
Yeah, again, that's a really nice adjustment by Rib Lake. So again, I think everybody was probably a little bit surprised to see the zone look, considering how they had been guarding Logan. Coach Paltz went ahead and put him down in the corner, was going to run him off the elevator, see if he could get himself a bucket to cut that to 7 beforehand. Unfortunately, Lieberg turned it over, and now Rib Lake with a chance to get that lead extended even greater than 10 points before the half.
Coming up in about 10 minutes, Wisconsin Rapids and Marshfield. The girls play at 6:15. The boys at about 8 tonight. Wild Rose is at Pacelli in girls basketball. Allman Bancroft is at Pittsville in girls basketball. That's a big one. Neelsville, Columbus Catholic, boys basketball in the Clover Belt Eastern Conference. That's a big early game for both of those teams.
So Coach Paltz extending his 1-3-1 pressure.
Henderson up to Borkart. Borkart over to Mann. Three-pointer partially blocked. And that'll end our first half. Logan Nystrom coming through defensively. It is a 10-point Rib Lake lead at the break. We'll come back, add our scoring totals up, and get you ready for our second half. It's Rib Lake 26 and Assumption 16. Paul, thank you again for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Thank you. You are watching boys basketball.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids is ready to construct your dreams. Wirtz & Company will give you peace of mind with that much-needed roof repair. Have a remodel dream for what used to be your favorite room in the house? Living area, kitchen, bath, bedroom. If you can dream it, Wirtz & Company will make it come true. Wirtz & Company will also build your next home. Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids, 715-213-1281, and Wirtz & Company on Facebook.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
One half of basketball in the books here in Wisconsin Rapids. It's the Assumption Royals trailing Rib Lake 26-16. First half scoring first for Assumption. Logan Nystrom with just those two on that layup. Chase Sleeberg has 4. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Braden Peters had the first 2 points for Assumption. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Trey France with 6, and Ron Board has a bucket. For Rib Lake, Josiah Mann with 4 points. Seth Borkhardt with 2. Talon Shytower with 9. He's got a couple of 3-pointers and also 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Jed Henderson's got 5. He had an and 1. He's 1 for 1 from the line. Blake Henderson has 2 points, and Ethan Cook with 4 for Rib Lake. As mentioned, Assumption coming up next. They will be at Stratford next Tuesday. Depending on how this game goes and how that Abbotsford game goes, both teams could be looking to get a boost after a couple of tough losses. Stratford starting the season out 0-3. And then they'll host Marathon next Friday on the 19th. Again, Marathon looks to be the cream of the crop again in the Merriwood South. And then right before Christmas on Monday, December 22nd, Assumption will be at Edgar before Christmas. And then after that, they will take on Rosholt on December 30th at the Herd Arena in Oshkosh. We will be there for that game. That's part of a girls-boys doubleheader as well. Assumption girls will play Bondwell at 1, and then the boys will play Rosholt at 2:30 before Assumption heads to Prentice on January 9th and then hosting Auburndale on the 13th. You can find all these schedules at ZaleskiSports.com. Coming up for Rib Lake, they will, again, they might be looking to reschedule that Lakeland game, but that was the game they were supposed to play on Tuesday. They will host Prentice next Tuesday before going to Phillips on Friday, and then Shawamigan on the 22nd. Then they don't play again until the crossover when Auburndale goes up to Rib Lake on January 9th. We're going to step aside again, come back, and take a look at some score updates from around Zaleski Sports and what else we've got on the network tonight. A lot of really good games. Again, you can check them all out at ZaleskiSports.com. We'll be back with some score updates from other Merriwood games when we come back. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Northwoods Windows has been helping homeowners all over central and northern Wisconsin with replacement windows, patio entry doors, and more. We've done installations in over 10,000 homes, including cottages, churches, and businesses. Our installers are trained, experienced professionals, and we're an authorized dealer of home improvement products from some of the top manufacturers. We offer free in-home consultations, no-pressure sales, honest pricing, and a job well done. Contact Northwood Windows today and see why you should choose us.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Perfect timing. All right. Some score updates here at halftime around Zaleski Sports. It is, new score update from Marathon. Prentice 43, Marathon 41 with 14 minutes to go in the second half there. I see up here 47-23 Newman Catholic over Phillips on the boys' side. Stratford and Abbotsford getting ready to start the second half there, 21-18 Stratford. Pacelli and Wild Rose girls have just started. Hillsville and Columbus Catholic boys will start at about 7:15. They're showing JV right now. Kaukauna and Fond du Lac boys. Wisconsin Rapids and Marshfield girls, they are standing at attention for the national anthem. Coming up later, Brookfield Central's at Germantown. Stanley Boys is at Fall Creek. Allman Bancroft is at Pittsville. Rice Lake is at Eau Claire North. Spash is at Wausau East. And then the crossover boys games or girls games, Prentice at Marathon, Rib Lake at Assumption, Abbotsford at Stratford, and then the Wisconsin Valley crossover, Wisconsin Rapids at Marshfield. Check them all out, ZaleskiSports.com. Mike Wendland has put in every game from every school throughout the entire state There's an early foul here to start the second half on Ethan Cook. That'll be his second foul. And he reported to us last week. That's over 11,000 games that are on ZaleskiSports.com right now. Every team, every sport, or every boys and girls basketball score in the States. Right hand up and in out of the turnover. Borkart lays it in. And it is a 12-point game with 17:40 to go. Again, at the end of this game, we'll have our quick recap and then a new stream for the girls' game. Transition three, splashes it home for Borkart. He's got 5 quick ones here in the second half, up to a 15-point lead. And beneficial for the girls' teams and the girls' coaches as Ron Bortle head to the Serve Pro free throw line on both sides for Assumption and Rib Lake to just see how these officials officiate this. On the boys' side, obviously it will likely be different a little bit on the girls' side, but assuming that with the doubleheader that it will be the same 3 officials, and to know how the officials officiate will be beneficial for both Assumption and Rib Lake coming into a huge Merriwood crossover girls game coming up. And Ron Board 0 for 2 from the line. Assumption struggles from the free throw line continue. 4 of 8 so far tonight. Blake Henderson and tipped out of bounds, staying with Rib Lake. Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum built and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job at Metallico and apply online at metallico.com. 3 more for Borkart. He's got all 8 here in the second half for the Redmen, and it's quickly up to an 18-point lead. Couple of 3-pointers. Nystrom all the way to the basket. The floater, no good. Tipped out of bounds by France. Saved by Cook and off of France. And back to the Redmen it goes with 16.5 to go. Odin France getting ready to check in for the first time tonight for Assumption. Borkart with it. Hands over to Shy Tower. Blake Henderson in the right corner. Skips it across. Ethan Cook all the way to the basket. Kicks it out. Henderson for 3. Jed nearly banked it in. Offense rebound for Blake for 2. Hustle points there, and it has ballooned to a 20-point game, and it is a timeout Assumption. 16 minutes to go here in the second half. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Oh, welcome back to Assumption High School. 36-16 Rib Lake now. After it was 26-16 at halftime. 10-0 run here to start the second half. Trey France to the basket. The floater for Trey is good. Trey's got 8. Henderson out to Borkart. Got fouled hard, did Blake Henderson, and he'll go to line for 2. They're scoreless in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids girls. And we saw Wisconsin Rapids take down Wausau West a week ago tonight. Tipped out into the hands of Borkart. Seth has 10 second half points. Nystrom against Henderson, gets double teamed, out to France, down to Board on the right block, spins in the lane. Kicks it back out to Lieberg. Odin France over to Trey, gets a slight screen. Resets, gets a screen from Board all the way to the basket. Instead of shooting the ball, Trey throws it away. And the hand of Borkart, nobody stopped him, hands off to Cook. Out to Henderson, left-handed three is short. And good hustle, look out over there, Blake. And into the ball racks he goes. And back to Assumption it will go. I don't even know. We have 18 games tonight. I don't know if we've even had 18 for a football Friday night. I know we came close. We had 16 a couple of times. Lieberg in the left corner. Board on the left block. Out to Nystrom. Against Shytower. Odin France for three. Too strong. Rebound taken by Jed Henderson. Hands it off to Blake. Quickly into the front court for the Redmen. Gets cut off baseline by Lieberg. Pass to Jed on the right wing. Shytower left wing. Back over near side for Blake. Jed left to the circle against Board. Hands off to Cook. Wide open was Blake. Didn't pull the trigger. Shytower in the right corner. Gets double teamed. Down low to Borkart. He got bodied. He's going to get called for the travel. I think he actually stepped on Odin France's foot. Coach Henderson asking for an explanation, but I think Borkart's asking for a push, but I think he may have stepped on Odin Francis's foot and went to the floor. Lieberg with it, 38-18 in Rib Lake. Schill against Borkart, goes baseline, tries to step through, fades, airballs it, rebounded by Odin France. France out to Lieberg. Lieberg resets the offense, top of the key, all the way to the basket. Left hand, up and in, and one for Chase Lieberg. Chase has been strong to the basket today. He'll go to the line, 0 for 2 in the first half at the Serve Pro free throw line for Assumption. And one for Lieberg, rims in and out, halfway down, pops out. That's 3 fouls for Ethan Cook. Down low, Borkart. Seth on fire in the second half. He's got 14-12 here in the second period. Nystrom out to Odin France, over to Lieberg. Lieberg just left of the circle, over to Board in front of the Assumption bench. There's Nystrom. Logan really hasn't touched the ball a whole lot tonight. Talent Shytower has been remarkable defensively. Another turnover by Assumption with 13 minutes to go. They have doubled up. The Royals have the Redmen. Skips it across the Shytower. Goes baseline and lost it, but he got fouled. Foul's going to go on Odin France, and Talon Shytower head to the free throw line. 3 for 6 in the first half. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where communities come first. Federally insured by NCUA. Braden Peters back into the game. Shytower goes 1 for 2 from the line. Just looking at the scoreboard here to our right on the east side of the gym. Maybe this is something we can talk to Shannon Shaw about. But when they put the fouls up on the scoreboard, they should put the number of the player first. Maybe they can't do that. I don't think you can do that. There's only space for single numbers on the left side. Braden Peters got blocked by fouled, and Siler Schill will head to the free throw line for 2. Just looking at the scoreboard, though, they should have the player's number on the left side and the number of fouls on the right side, but now looking at the scoreboard for Talon for Jed Henderson, that is not plausible to do it that way. Just seems backwards. Oh for 2 again from the line are the Assumption Royals at the Surf Pro free throw line. Right side for Borkart. Left side for Josiah Mann. Shytower in the left baseline against Odin France. Shytower kicks it out. Three-pointer, Borkart front rim. Good tough rebound there by Odin France with 12-12 to go in the ball game. Nystrom puts his head down to the basket, throws it up there, and Logan will head to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Surf Pro free throw line for Logan Nystrom. Again, the defense cannot be mentioned enough. What Talon Shytower has done tonight against Logan Nystrom. First one good for Logan. Nystrom 2 for 2 from the line. 38 and 24 in the last 2 games, held to 4 here with 12 minutes to go in the ball game for Assumption. It's been Logan Nystrom. Man over to Shytower on the right side. Looking down to Borkart, wide open. 4 guys went after him. Henderson tipped by France, taken away by Lieberg. Chase regains it, and there's going to be a bad foul on Jed Henderson. That's just a bad foul. 3rd foul on Jed. 7th team foul is Assumption shooting the rest of the way they are. Yeah, I mean, Coach Todd Henderson pleading his case, but that's just a bonehead foul. As simple as you can put it. Lieberg's first free throw is good. Earns the bonus. Lieberg 2 for 2 from the line. Trey France checks back in for Assumption. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality that you can trust. Shytower across the timeline, 41-24 Redmond. Borkart out to Talon Shytower. Near side for Josiah Mann. Skips it across Shytower, wide open 3. There's quick movements by the Rib Lake offense. Assumption gets lost at times trying to run through the traffic. It's back to a 20-point game with 11 minutes to go. Nystrom to the basket, blocked by Henderson. Shytower up ahead to Borkart, he lost it. Couldn't get his dribbling right. Peters puts his head down. Lieberg, corner 3, short. Rebounded by Jed Henderson. Shytower across the timeline, 20-point Redmond lead. Shytower goes baseline, Borkart on the left side. Controlling the offense for Rib Lake. Back to right side for Josiah Mann. Baseline, block. There's Shytower again, short. And chased down by Lieberg. Everybody's hitting the floor. And now they got numbers. Shytower down to Borkart. Hustle for Assumption, but turns into an easy layup. 46-24, 10 minutes to go. Nystrom hands off to Peters. Gets a screen from Lieberg. Braden Peters puts his head down. Floater on the baseline is good. For Braden Peters, he's got 4 tonight. 9:45 to go, 46-26 Rib Lake. Skips it across to Jed Henderson, top of the key. Back out, Josiah Mann working offense now. Josiah would have taken that shot in the first half. Down low, Borkhardt, baseline against Nystrom, fades with the left hand, rebounded by Trey France. Logan Nystrom back with it, 9:20 to go. In the front court goes the senior against Shy-Tower. Peters lets a three go, short, and a rebound taken by Rib Lake's Seth Borkhardt. Seth hands off to Josiah Mann against Odin France. Back out Jed Henderson. Jed with the hesitation, basket, and one. Henderson, the hoop and the harm, his first points of the second half. And Jed will head to the line for +1. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa, Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. Talon Shy-Tower getting just his second break of the night. Defense has been outstanding for Talon Shy-Tower tonight. Jed Henderson off the back rim. Both teams not very good at the free throw line tonight. Nystrom puts his head down to the basket. The floater, no good. Rebounded by Jed Henderson. Jed's got to be closing in on a double-double if he's not there already. And he's only got 7 points, but got to be close to double-digit rebounds if he isn't. Jackson Shute into the game for the first time. Number 21. Jackson's got it now. Blake Henderson back out. Jackson Shute for three. Airballs it, out of bounds to Assumption. Econ Electric is your local residential commercial, or is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider. Since 1970, people have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. Nystrom out to Thomas. Cullen hands off to Board in the lane. Puts his head down. The runner for two for Ron Board. Ron's got 4 tonight. 20-point game with 8 minutes to go. Left side for Cook. Ethan Cook with the pink fluorescent shoes tonight. It's going to be a foul on Trey France. Team foul number 4 on Assumption. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Henderson with it on the left wing. Top of the key. For Borkhardt, turns 2. For Jackson Shute, his first points of the night. Nystrom gets double teamed off the screen. Thomas against Shute. Right side for Lieberg against Cook. Stops his dribble, gets cut off. Good hands there by Ethan Cook. Ron Board to the basket, got blocked. And Ron will head to the Surf Pro free throw line for 2. It's going to be foul number 3 on Blake Henderson. Score updates here from around Zaleski Sports. Prentice and Marathon was close as Ron rolls his first one in. They're in commercial break, timeout break right now. And 2 for 2 goes Board. 5:12 to go in Marathon. Prentice 56, Marathon 56. Jackson Shute for 3, too strong, rebounded by Trey France. Jackson came in and just let it start firing. Not afraid to shoot, he wants his opportunities, taking advantage of his opportunities, I should say. Trey France with it, Ron Board, right wing. There's Chase Lieberg at the top of the key, gets a screen from Cook. Cook gets screened, I should say. France out to Thomas. Cullen out to Lieberg. Chase all the way to the basket to Lane. The runner, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Shute. Keep an eye on that Prentice Marathon game with 5 minutes to go. There's a three-pointer for Jed Henderson, the big fella. Buries his first triple of the night, and it's 23-point lead. Newman Catholic has put up 80 on Phillips tonight, 80-38 with 4.5 to go. France goes baseline, finds Thomas. Right-handed layup is no good. And rebound taken by Ethan Cook. Stratford 43, Abbotsford 41. The boys, 7 minutes to go in the first half in Stevens Point. It is Pacelli 30 and Wild Rose 4 in girls basketball. They're still in JV in Marshfield at Columbus Catholic. Fond du Lac and Kaukauna get started here momentarily. Nystrom first three. One of his first threes taken tonight. 8 minutes to go in the first half in Marshfield. It's Wisconsin Rapids 9, Marshfield 6 in girls basketball. All the other games will be starting at about 7 or 7:15 on Zaleski Sports. 5:15 to go here in this one. All Rib Lake. Cook on the right block, dribbles through the lane and out of the lane with 5 minutes left. Grant Beard getting ready to check in. Number 11. Henderson, just off the mark on the left block. Barking for a call was Jed Henderson. Lee Berg puts his head down to the basket. Good defense, but right in the hands of Trey France. Can't finish. And rebound taken by Blake Henderson up ahead to Jackson Shoot. Jackson hands off to Blake. And timeout taken by Rib Lake. Full timeout. We'll be back. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids score update for Marathon. It is a Marathon timeout with 3 minutes to go. Prentice 61, Marathon 58. Nakusa Port Edward State Bank proudly supports our local athletes and their families from business to personal banking and everywhere in between. Let Nakusa Port Edward State Bank work for you. 4:32 left here in this one. Again, about 15-20 minutes at the conclusion of this game. We'll have the girls' game. So we'll start at approximately 7:15. We'll see how the last 4.5 go here in the varsity boys game. Grant Beard with it. He turns over. Cullen Thomas with the steal. Thomas threw it away, looking for Odin France. ShedsDeliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDeliver.com. Simon Mann tosses it into the backcourt for Talon Shytower. Shytower puts his head down and traveled with it. Mutual Wauwassa Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit MutualWauwassa.com. Find agent near you. There will be a foul instead of a travel. Inbounded underneath the basket. Seth Borkart back into the game for Rib Lake. Good to see Miss Shepley tonight on Zaleski Sports for Rice Lake. There's a runner there, nicely done for Josiah Mann. Shepley heading to Wisconsin next year. Girls side. Once you get to college, though, it's women's basketball, not girls basketball. Odin France for three. Into the hands of Cullen Thomas. Back out to Trey France. Trey to the basket, a right hand, can't finish. Rebounded by Grant Beard. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Rib Lake will pick up their first win of the year in convincing fashion here tonight. It was a 10-point game at halftime. Rib Lake started the second half off with a 10-0 run. There's a travel by Beard. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. You should have done that today because tomorrow and Sunday are going to be dangerously cold. So hope you had your furnace and everything checked out before tomorrow. Cullen Thomas lets the three fly, airballed it, rebounded by Josiah Mann. I think a high of 0 or -1 tomorrow. Bears-Browns game on Sunday at Soldier Field. They are talking about possibly -20-mile-an-hour wind chill as Talon Shytower buries another three. Packers are in Denver on Sunday, and that's going to be, there's Odin France buries the three. They said about a high of 60 degrees in Denver on Sunday afternoon. There's going to be a foul on Braden Peters, team foul number 6 with 2 minutes to go. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. Chris Krause into the game for the first time, number 44. Jeremy Watala in as well, number 10. Braxton Steinert will come in for the first time here for Assumption. QB1 for the Royals. Looking forward to, don't want to look too far ahead, but that switch to 8-man football for Assumption is going to be worth the wait, I think, with the group of guys they're going to have playing next year. There's a three-pointer for Watala off the mark. Krause couldn't handle it. France, Odin France comes with the rebound. There's a step back three. Logan, nope, foot on the line for two. Timeout Rib Lake, 94 seconds to go. We'll step aside. You're watching boys basketball and Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless tech. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Farley Leonard into the game as well. He's got the ball now, or he had the ball, number 15. Fact of the day, one of the facts of the day. 5 years ago today, country music legend Charlie Pride passed away. Logan Nystrom with it now. The runner there for Logan, short. Rebound taken by Jackson Shute. Ball's on the floor. Steiner goes for it. And Lieberg comes away with it. That's the hustle you get from QB1. Long three for Logan Nystrom. First triple of the night. They have held Logan to just 9 points tonight. 2 in the first, 7 here in the second. Taken away, Nystrom for 2. 18-point game, 20 seconds to go. Rib Lake will improve to 1-1 on the season. Assumption will drop to 2-3 before they head to Stratford next Tuesday. There's a pull-up Jay. Off the mark. Rebounded by Jackson Shute. Chase Lieberg. Watala. 4-3. Pulls up. Got it. Jeremy Watala scores at the end, and it is a 20-point Rib Lake win here tonight. We will, we'll play that. We'll come back, add up some numbers, and then get you ready for the girls' game in about 20 to 25 minutes once we sign off here. Again, our Key Savings Bank post-game show coming up next. You've been watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, they're like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event around.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of.
Time now for our Nasonville, or not Nasonville, goodness gracious. Key Savings Bank post-game show. Final scoring here for Assumption. The only double-digit figure scorer is Logan Nystrom. He finished with 11. Odin France finished with 3. Chase Lieberg with 8. Braden Peters finished with 4. Trey France with 8. And Ron Board with 6. For the victorious Rib Lake Redmond, Josiah Mann with 6. Seth Borkart, Talon Scheitower both with 16. Seth Borkart 14 in the second half. the first 10, I believe, for Rib Lake in the second half. Jed Henderson and Blake Henderson both with 7. Ethan Cook with 4. Jeremy Watala with 2. And Jackson Shute with 2 for the Redmen. They are 1-1 on the year. Is Rib Lake. Assumption falls to 2-3 on the season. Assumption back in action next week against Stratford. Some score updates here before we sign off. It was a Marathon 80-76 win, I believe, or 70-66, one of the two. Win for Marathon over Prentice. Newman blew out Phillips. There are 5.5 seconds to go in Stratford. Abbotsford leads Stratford 47-45 with 6 seconds to go. Free throw here to put the Falcons up by 3, and the free throw is no good. Stratford will have one shot at it. Poked out by the Falcons, and Abbotsford knocks off Stratford. The Tigers fall to 0-4 on the season as they will host Assumption next Tuesday night. We're going to sign off here and then come back. Girls game in about 20 minutes. Once the little dribblers are done, they will have a 15-minute warm-up, of course, for the girls game. It was a 60-40 win for Rib Lake over Assumption on the boys' side. Steve Maves, Braden Sutter here from Assumption High School. We'll talk to you again in about 20 minutes. New stream, new game coming up in just a little bit. You've been watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.